Hey guys, you're closing in on the final 2 days before you head out to Honduras. We are so pumped to have you joining us, and I have a short video to help each of you make sure you get through the pre-check process properly and that there are no issues at the airport getting from the U.S. to Honduras. So one of the things Honduras requires is that each of you fill out a pre-check process. And some of the airports make sure that that piece is done. And so I want to walk you through how to get that done. So first of all, this right here is the logo that you are looking for. It's called Prechequeo Migratorio, and you should be able to find it in any of your app stores. Make sure that you spell it correctly and that you have that logo right there. Once you get that opened up on your phone, it's going to ask you to log in. And you will note that mine already has my info there in it because I've already logged in before. But when you first log in, at the very bottom, there will be a deal that says log in. And when you do log in, you'll have to put in your email and your name, and you will get an email with a 6-digit code that you have to put in order to start the rest of the process. So once you get in, it'll ask you to register. You'll click register, and as you'll see, my information is already here. One of the cool things is that it does keep your info. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through adding an additional person. I need to add my son. He's going to be traveling with me. And so this is the info you need. Document type, that is your passport. You're going to need your passport on you. The issuing country is United States. Now, I'm typing this for you so that you can see it changes it. Notice how it did not put what I put up there. I have found that it's a lot easier to just scroll all the way down to the bottom to the United States of America. If you do choose to put in the search engine, just make sure that it doesn't mess it up. I have found it's about 50-50. So anyways, all right. Document number is your passport number. Once you get your passport number in, you're going to see due date is what comes up next. Due date means the date that your passport expires. I'm not sure why they call it due date, but that's what they're asking for. There is your expiration date on your passport. Nationality is self-explanatory. Again, here we are at United States. Sometimes it's United States. Sometimes it's United States of America. It is what it is. Your names, plural, are your first and any middle names that you have. The next thing is your surname. Your surname is your last name. Date of birth, self-explanatory. Country of birth and gender, also both self-explanatory. Now, the profession or occupation doesn't really matter that much. If you have a kid, you can put in student, as I'm doing for Malachi. They have a bunch of options, but don't get caught up on that. Just select one. And if you were to be asked, what's your real job and why'd you put this, just tell them your real job didn't show up there. We've never been asked ever, not once. I don't even know why they asked for that info. Email is important. This is very important. You put an email that you actually get email at. You have to have an email. The thing that they want at the airport is the email. So put an email where you will get the email at. Make sure you change the country code down there to USA. Put in your phone number. And then verify the information. So this, it's asking me, I hit return after Malachi's name there. I need to get that fixed. All right, now we have his info in, now we're putting the information about travel itself. We are traveling from the United States, country of origin. Let's see, I'm trying to cheat and use the search bar, and it keeps putting in the wrong United States. There we go. United States. Destination country is Honduras. Your travel date is the date you are entering to Honduras. The travel time, I just put around time. You know, I don't stress out about getting exactly. I know we get there around 12:30, so I've always just put a guesstimate number. So next up is your transport, air transport. The delegation is Ramon Villeda Morales. And then United Airlines. Now, obviously, you need to put whatever your actual flight number is. If you happen to be flying out of Wichita and you're on a morning flight that arrives around 12:30, it's always flight 1487 on United Airlines. Reason for travel. Doesn't give you a lot of options. The word missions does not pull up, so we just put other. And if we were to be asked at check-in, we would simply say we're here on a mission trip. The province is Lempira. District is Gracias. And then the destination address, Barrio Mercedes. And I recommend you put in Extra Mile Missions House. That's not a real address, but we don't have a real address. So Barrio Mercedes and then Gracias Lempira. If you just put Barrio Mercedes, Gracias Lempira, that would be sufficient. But I put in Extra Mile Mission House. And then your length of days. Most of the time, Saturday through Saturday is an 8-day stay. It'll ask you to confirm all of your information. Do check it over. Make sure that it's correct. Don't just hit send. And accept the terms. Now that the process is completed, there's one final important step, and that is that you make sure you get the email. So this screen on your phone here does prove that you just did what you need to do. Some of the airports will allow you to use that screen, but what they're really looking for is this email. Email comes in Spanish, so you won't really be able to understand it, but at the bottom of the email is a paper document you could print. You don't need to, but there's a paper document. This is what you need. You'll notice in the upper right-hand corner, there is a QR code. At the airport, that QR code is what they want to see. So having this email is important. We recommend screenshotting this. That way you have a picture of this on your phone. So far to date, anytime we've ever been asked for this, if that picture is on the phone, they simply put you through. So there you have it. Hopefully that was helpful. The final piece that you will need is filling out the paper form coming in. And this is what this paper form looks like right here. You should get a picture of this sent to you via text message the day before you leave. That way you can just pull it up when you're on the airplane and fill it out on your way in. You will get this piece of paper handed to you by the airplane stewardess about an hour before landing in Honduras. And here's the info that you need. Obviously, you'll want to put your info in, not mine. But hopefully this is helpful. If you guys need anything else, as always, do not hesitate to reach us, and we'll do what we can to get your questions answered.